12:20 a.m. on Thursday, September 25th, 2025. I've just had to leave a voicemail for the Greenville group regarding the fact that there's someone in that bathroom right behind the wall of my toilet, deliberately burning and propagating sickening, overpowering amounts of marijuana and cigar smoke into my bathroom. That started happening literally 2 minutes after I went in there to try to quietly use the facilities. And it is so bad that my voice is super raspy and is being very obviously affected by the nonstop smoke and fumes that have been getting propagated from behind the wall of this sink, which is the vacant, unrented bathroom of 78. And I have to wear a mask. I mean, this is the mask that I'm wearing right now. My voice is completely gone. This happens every day. The psycho who sits in that bathroom does not legitimately live in that unit. There are never any signs of legitimate use-based activities or occupancy-based activities. And that piece of shit has been smacking and banging things against that wall all day and all night. That is not a normal person. And as soon as I tried to use a toilet 10, 15 minutes ago, right around midnight, it was a very random time, that piece of shit started deliberately getting all ornery, aggressive, disruptive, and intrusive, and engaged in the use of a directed energy weapon to electronically assault me while I was quietly trying to use the facilities. And that's how you know Irizarry, the psycho trash sex offender psychopath who brags that she's getting paid a lot of money by the Greenville group to engage in the use of a directed energy device to harass tenants they don't like. She started using that directed energy device. I suspect there's 2 people in Unit 78 right now. One of them would be Jasmine Irizarry. The other one would be the violent psycho who makes grunting noises and smacks the wall behind my toilet. It is entirely possible for there to be 2 people occupying the vacant, unrented premises of Unit 78 because they're sex offenders, and they're obsessive sex offenders. They're not even remotely normal. I mean, sex offenders are not normal anyway, but for some strange reason, the Greenville group seems to be harboring some extremely malignant varieties of sex offenders who literally stick like glue against the walls of my unit and literally just go to town against those walls all day and all night. I mean, we're now almost at 1 a.m. It is 12:25 a.m. on Thursday, September 25th, and there has been so much marijuana and cigar smoke propagated from behind this wall over the last 20 minutes while I've been trying to use my bathroom that I can barely talk. That is how significantly disturbed these psycho reject sex offenders are. And it was not happening before I tried to quietly go into that bathroom to use it. And I keep the door closed, but there's still a tremendous amount of smoke and fumes coming from that bathroom right there. It's not legitimately occupied, and there are 2 people in there. I'm not sure what 2 people are doing in there other than obviously engaging in some very deliberate surveillance-based aggressive harassment and harm towards somebody they have some issues with. And I have no idea why they would have issues with me because I don't talk to any of these lowlifes. I don't talk to anyone in this building. I don't go near anyone in this building ever since the Greenville group started housing large numbers of Department of Mental Health inmate sex offenders back in 2014. That's when I realized that if I wanted to maintain a very affordable living space, I would have to steer clear of everyone who lives in this building because all of a sudden, the tenant population in this building went from being normal to being a bunch of psychos who can't leave other people alone and literally come flying at you for no reason. When you're simply living your life, ignoring the psychos and keeping to yourself, that seems to trigger these low-life trash into behaving like a bunch of animals, and that is what I keep having to deal with. I can barely talk right now. This is unbelievable. My voice is never like this unless I have to breathe in insane amounts of smoke from the bathroom behind this wall. And because my bathroom is tiny, windowless, and unventilated, see that? There's no window, there's no ventilation, and there's a suspended ceiling with a gap in the drywall so that the smoke just pours in. I'm literally turning into a smoker, not because I smoke, and I have never smoked, but because the psychos who keep being permitted by the Greenville group to access the bathroom behind this wall are doing everything they can to inflict disruption and harm upon everything that I try to do in here based on the surveillance footage that the Greenville group is providing them with. and that's a fact. Oleg Aleseyev, the property manager of the Greenville Group, referred to Jasmine Irizarry as the Greenville Group's surveillance expert. Mr. Aleseyev can't say enough good things about Jasmine Irizarry's wide variety of criminal abilities that she herself has admitted to being paid money to engage in on a regular basis, including the use of a directed energy device, including the use of a saddle valve or some type of a valve-like device on the pipes to this unit that cause the water to be constantly unusable and very obviously contaminated and interfered with in terms of the usability and safety of that water. Irizarry itself has admitted to not using a saddle valve, but says that she's putting body fluids into the water to my tap. And she accurately described these body fluids based on what they smell like. I have a master's level degree in biological sciences and worked for 18 years as a career research scientist. I have co-authored over 13 scientific studies. And even though my voice is raspy right now and I can barely talk because of the nonstop smoke and fumes and the fact that there was violent slamming and banging over the last 20 minutes while I was quietly trying to use my toilet, I assure you, my name is on 13 scientific studies that have been published in global scientific journals, starting with the European Journal of Cancer in 1996, American Journal of Pathology in 2001, Journal of Cancer Research, Laboratory Investigation, and many other journals, scientific journals that are extremely prestigious and high end. So when I say that the water to my tap is contaminated, the water to my tap is contaminated. And Jasmine Irizarry, the psycho trash sex offender psychopath, has made written comments verifying as much.